Welcome, everybody, to the Church of Real Talk with Monsignor Keith, motherfucking Walker. And I'd like to thank who is the Organ Sounds at Beauty and Sound. That's where this wonderfulness is coming from this afternoon. So, mini prop so I don't get sued. Once again, welcome to Spiritual Sundays. And first and foremost, this episode of Real Talk is brought to you by my friend at zerofuckscoin.com. All right, www.zerofuckscoin.com. That's where you can get this cool shit. Some of the swag I pass out, but if you can't wait that long, go check out his shit. Oh my God, I've got, well, you can see it. Yeah, that's pretty much about one of everything somewhere on these shelves that Justin has brought to us for our obnoxiousness pleasures. Anyway, so there you go. Props for Justin. Appreciate everything, boss. And what else? That's it. Okay, so we are once again Sunday afternoon on the chill and talking any and all things spiritual. And that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And don't mind me, I'm just bouncing around to see if anybody's hanging out in the moment. And at the moment, I'm just hanging out here with me and my organ music. Yeah. All right. So today's topic, I think I haven't had a whole lot of time I've had time. I just haven't spent a lot of time really building up to it. But I'm going to just go ahead and continue off. If you missed this morning's reading of the epicness of We Do What We Want, is a book I wrote a couple of years ago, which most of you know this by now. But certainly, as we talk about many things recovery related, we talk about the concept of spirituality, higher power, etc. And, again, it means a lot of different things to everybody. It is, I don't know if there's two versions of the universe that match. So right off the bat, that leads me to believe that we really don't know what the fuck is going on overall. I mean, we can take a good look. A lot of people have a lot of things close together, but I guarantee you, somewhere in the depth of description of spirituality, everybody has some unique facet, or there's something they just don't dig from somebody else's perspective. And that's all very personal. And that's pretty much like anything. So, like I said, what I get from that is that, as far as I can tell, there is no perfect answer or solution or understanding. There just can't be. And I know this probably, it goes against a lot. Like when you get into your specifics in religions and dogmas or whatever it is, like everybody claims, professes, demands, whatever, that this is the way, this is the thing. And I'm just like, it doesn't fit. It doesn't even fit its own narrative or box. Because it can't be It just isn't that concrete, at least to me. And again, um, I have dabbled, experimented, researched, etc. Even lived in very different facets of options. And again, I just at the end of the day anymore have just been very comfortable with, like there's a phrase out of the 12 step crew, and it's, you know, coming to grips with a relationship with a higher power as you understand it. And my understanding is I don't. And I'm fucking really okay with that. What I do understand, and again, I'm pulling some quote stuff out of here, is, there is a God, there is a universe, there's an intelligence, there's an understanding, there's, again, people get hung up on it, and I don't care if you believe or not, or if you get it or not, or if you care. It doesn't, what you call it or any of that, and neither does it. I just understand, and I've shared this before, that there's a lot of shit going on that is bigger than me, and that's enough for me. um is it enough for everybody? Well, obviously not. A lot of people have a lot of different convictions on it, and I don't judge any of that. And when I share what I do share, is because I've taken it from places of conviction and just have brought it back to simple. It's just like, I don't need to be that convicted. I just need to understand there's more going on than me. And it is a great start point for me. It's become a great end point to where I don't have to define, or I've heard this for, like, put God in a box, right? It's like, are you fucking, how big of a box does it take to do that? And who the fuck do I think I am putting whatever that is so massive in into some kind of box? And like, God's gonna go, okay, I'm gonna get in a box for you, Keith. Like, really? I'm pretty hung up on myself, but not that much on most days. Anyway, so it's again, it's me keeping a lot of things in real perspective. And again, we can get very, which I think is the opposite of spirituality, is we can get very self-absorbed. It's all about meism. It's chronic. It's part of the human condition. It's driven by this part of your brain: fight or flight, survival first, take care of number one, yada yada. All of that is very much spiritual condition for me. And when I am hung up on all of that shit, on all of the me shit, then I'm missing out on what the rest of the universe is doing. um I'm missing out on giving a shit about you, or participating in Team Human and whatnot. And so you know, that's that's where I run into trouble. When I get into that mode, that's that's a problem. And I try very hard to not be in that mode very often or very long. It's just not, it doesn't work. It just doesn't do me a lot of good. Um, because again, once I get hung up on doing all about meism, then everything else falls short, and then I just get pissed. If that makes sense, you know, because then all of you are falling short of my will, my desires, my whatever. And then that's just, I mean, just like everything, it's once you start down that path, it just builds on itself, it gains momentum, and it does that in a couple directions. Hey, I see a couple people hanging out in Facebook. Do me a favor, hit me up in a comment. Let me know who you are. Oh, somebody left. Aw, didn't even say hi. Yeah, I again, as I continue to play with all this technology, trying to figure out how it works and all that good shit. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Whoa. Oh, I lost my screen. Oh, I hate when that happens because I don't know how to get back to it. Well, I'm an idiot. Oh, sorry, guys. Huh. See if I go back to the dashboard. Oh, there it is. Oh, Matt. Hi. Happy Sunday to you, my friend. Uh, I see you sneaking into your pew a little late. We're watching you. Anyway, if any of this is value, obviously you can hit a rewind button somewhere or go watch it from the beginning. But appreciate you stopping in, you handsome devil, you. Um, anyway, yeah, I am looking for, like, if any of you guys are paying attention to this, or if you come back at a different time, please do. Topics, input, discussion, all of this stuff is highly invited. Um, and whatnot. I would love to see you guys participating. Yesterday was great. If you guys did not catch yesterday's show, I had a good friend from Oregon who's here for the weekend come and join me for the show. And it was wonderful. And she, uh, well, we stream on several platforms, but there was definitely some conversation. Hello, somebody else just snuck in. Who are you? Announce yourself as you're sneaking into your pew late on Spiritual Sunday. We're watching you. Ah, um, but we did get some conversation going back and forth in the YouTube. So if you go back to yesterday's YouTube episode, I think you get access to like the chat box and all that stuff. So you can see what we were talking about and how it played out with the rest of the discussion. Um, Feel free to do that. I'm going to throw one more plug out. If you're in here at Facebook or if you're in here at YouTube, hey, how you doing, Mark? Okay, good. Sunday's service was great. I hope it was as great as mine. Haha. Actually, yours was probably better. Mine's just kind of plugging along here. Um, but anyway, if you hang out on the other platforms, I always invite everybody to head over to the Patreon platform. Although it's very quiet in there now, but I'm trying to get everybody move that direction someday, so that chat box gets activated and all that good stuff. But the quality is great there. I do membership stuff there. There's some opportunities to do some other things with it. I think it's a wider platform once I figure it out, and as things grow, um, I mean, that'll probably be where we end up most of the time. I don't know. I think they can all plug in together. I just know the challenge of setting up all three, and then at some point, like, we're going to figure out Spotify too, and there's how many platforms, right? And just clicking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, that's kind of a pain in the ass. But anyway, there's my winogram. Again, back to the topic, Spiritual Sundays. Once again, a quote from a very important book on the planet. Whether you believe it or not, whether you take everything that's in there literally or not, it's been around for a long time. There's a lot of weird shit in there, but there's a lot of good shit in there. But it starts with the phrase, And again, whether it rubs you the wrong way or not, I mean, fill in the blanks is necessary. But like the first four words of the Bible are in the beginning, God, dot, dot, dot. And it goes, and then there's a whole book after that. And, or a book of books. And again, what I take out of that, what I need out of that, what my springboard is, again, that can morph into a lot of things, change into a lot of things. But very simply, it just makes a statement that in the beginning, God, which tells me in the beginning, like that encompasses everything. Like nothing's based on physics. Again, I don't think God's a magician either. I think he designed the universe, it, whatever, she, however we describe it. Like the universe designed by physics, and I think it plays by its own rules as well. So I don't think it's like poof and all this shit happened or things come and go. It's just very simply in the beginning God, and it's like, okay, that was and is everything. And so even in our own existence, my understanding of physics and of that are that we have, like has been sung and talked about many times, we are all stardust. We've all been here since the beginning. We'll all be here at the end, if there are such things. And it it changes, matter changes, energy, right? But none of it ever disappears, if that makes sense. So I don't know what happens before or after this particular existence. This is the one that's going on right this minute. All I know is that this has been a part of since the beginning. And but I'm not it. Like I'm not all of it. I'm this. Does that make sense? Um Again, if I'm wrong, somebody's got to prove that shit to me. It hasn't happened. And and I don't expect it will, because it's bigger than all of us, and we can say and think and do all that kind of stuff. But as far as, and again, at least in the moment, I might change my mind tomorrow. I don't know. Might get my burning bush moment, or catastrophe that'll change my soul. Fuck, who knows? I don't have a crystal ball on any of that, so who knows? But in the moment, it's just it works. So whatever works for you, I love to hear stories about that, um, and whatnot. Like I said, we'll have another spiritual Sunday next week, barring any other catastrophes, all that kind of shit. Again, shout out again to my buddy at zerofuckscoin.com. Go get you some. And we're a wrap for the short version on Sunday. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow as Mindful Mondays. I've got a new one. Not new to me, but new to the show, as I'll be bringing yet another wonderful guided meditation to the table, another tool to put in the toolbox for us. All right. Thanks again. We will chat soon. Thank you all. Goodbye to you, Facebook. Mark, nice to see you. Yeah, you will not be punished for being late. Appreciate you showing up. And like I said, Sunday, quick and painless. We will catch you on the flip side.